The first thing I want you to know about living in an RV is that it doesn't always look like this. In fact, it rarely ever looks like this. At this point, we hadn't done any renovations in our kitchen, so it usually looked like this. We did not have enough counter or cabinet space, so our half table usually looked like this. Until we built this cabinet, it seriously was a game changer. I was so excited for this. It gave us so much more cabinet and counter space. And before I put everything away, literally the next day, it looked like this. Here is when I started questioning if we made the right decision because it looked like we just made more of a countertop to clutter. But no, it just looked like this because it was about a week of us planning and building and getting everything in order, so all of our things were out of place. Another thing is that because it's such a small place to live in and there's not much room, 5 cups on the countertop feels like clutter. A few pieces of mail or a package or even some fruit on the countertop makes it look messy. And since there was so little countertop to work with, it always had something on it. Plus, we never really ate dinner at the table, and I know that sounds weird, but we spent a lot of our time outdoors, and most of the campsites we were at had picnic tables. So removing the bench and table and replacing them with this cabinet to optimize the space we had just made sense. We pretty much used this space for the same thing that we're using it for now, but it looks so much cuter and organized. Trust the process. I promise it's gonna turn out incredible. We measured before we built it to make sure that all of our appliances fit under so they could be stored away for move day. And I don't use the crock pot nearly as often as I use the air fryer, so typically the air fryer is gonna stay on the counter and the crock pot is gonna be stored under until I need to use it. These wooden crates were a genius idea that my husband had, so we put all of our pantry items in there so they don't shift around while we're driving. I really like the minimalist look in our RV because to me it just feels clean and it also feels like we have a lot more room. When things are on the counter, it just overwhelms me and makes me want to put things away, but there was nowhere to put things before. That's why I love this cabinet so much because it gave everything a place and it made me really excited to put everything away. We are almost done. Doesn't it look so much better already? To me, it feels more homey and less like an RV than it was with that weird half table bench thing going on. Just a few finishing touches, and here it is, the final look. What do you guys think? I think it will be so much easier to keep this clean and organized, and I am so happy with how it turned out. And yes, the new cabinet is white on purpose. I know it doesn't match yet,